Hi, my name's Grafanakis and I recently participated on a show called The X Factor. Basically I'm here because of a man called Grant Mullen, and I probably wouldn't have gone so far if it weren't for him and his support. I've been on a show recently called The X Factor. I've also been on Australian Idol. I've been working really closely with Grant Mullen. He's been my coach and been a massive, massive support and just my mentor. So I owe a lot to him, and I'm here today just to explain to anyone that wants to know about coaching how amazing it is. You know, whether you're at the top of your game or the lowest of the lows, he'll always manage to put you somewhere that you've only ever dreamed of, honestly. I happened to call him on a day where I didn't really want to be alive, and it sounds very dramatic, and it sounds like, you know, why would a girl that's, you know, I live in Australia, I've got food on the table, I've got an amazing family. You know, a lot of people don't understand depression or emotions that go that deep, but for me personally, I'm a very emotional person. It's how I write the best songs that I've ever written, but I often leave things to the last minute, and it got to a point in my life where I wasn't sure how to move forward and if I wanted to move forward, and even how to accept who I was and what I wanted to be. I remember one night when I had a lot going on. I was pretty much at the peak of my life. I was so happy in so many ways. I was doing really well on the TV show, getting along with everyone, super organised for the first time in my life, but everything was a mess inside and internally and emotionally and mentally. I was just not dealing with things very well and feeling so much pressure. I always put so much pressure on myself, and I just knew that I've got one of the best mums in the world and the best sisters, but I called Grant because he's always there. It doesn't matter what time, day or night, you call. You're always his first priority. He's got a beautiful family and everything else, but he knows how to prioritise his life to the point where you feel like there's no one more special or deserving of his time than you at that point in time. So I gave him a call, and within 5 minutes he just cleaned up my plate. You know, I had a plate and there was mashed potato and meat and ice cream and toffee, and it was all just the biggest mess you could imagine, and within 5 minutes it was all organised, and I knew exactly how I felt and exactly what I was going to do the next day. And he clears your mind and he organises things for you and with you, just to the point where you feel on your game again. You feel like unstoppable, and that's what one 5-minute phone call can do with Grant. It's absolutely amazing. So the next day I killed it and blitzed everyone away, and that's exactly what I needed at that point in my life. In my experience, if I was to give anyone advice, it doesn't matter where they are, honestly. If you're thinking about coaching and you own your own business or businesses, or you're a multi-millionaire, there's always at least 5 steps you can go above where you are. And I think there's always a lot more happiness out there and a lot more for you to have and for your family or your friends to have and enjoy. I honestly think that there's no limit to success and happiness, and people that think that they've got it all can always have more. And I think that's a really exciting idea for people, because a lot of people get complacent in life, and once they feel they've, you know, sold an album or bought a mansion, that they've made it, but there's always something to improve, and that's the beauty of life. It's like learning an instrument. You're never going to be the master of an instrument. There's always something to learn, and there's always a better way to play something. So that's the exciting thing for me about coaching, is that there's always challenges and there's always a way for you to grow. Even if it's just spiritually as a better person, you can always become a better person. You can always give more to the world and make the world a better place. I just think there's an endless amount we can all do for ourselves and each other. And that's the beautiful thing about coaching, because once people get complacent in life, they get lazy and they're probably going to slide down the slope instead of keep rising up, you know, to the point of where just before they die they can say that they honestly gave their life 1,000,000%, and I think that's the point of life. For me, I feel when I get to the next level, and it's already happening for me, the ways that I can use my coaching is basically it's just a support, and it's a support like no other. I know that if I'm going through a hard time or you know, a massive struggle, my coach will be there above and beyond anyone else in my whole life. My partner's amazing, but there's something about having that distance, you know, someone that doesn't live with you, that doesn't know everything about you, that they can just step in at any time and assist, you know, whenever needed. It's like having an emotional doctor, and it's amazing. And I also know that if the best thing in the world ever happens to me, I win $1 billion, or I'm, you know, recording with the best artist, or, you know, writing the next #1 hit, I can celebrate with my coach, you know, any time of the day. And it's always 100% pure happiness for me. There's never jealousy. There's never, you know, any competition between us. It's just, he's so happy for you. It's almost like he's living through you and for you. And I've just never really encountered such a selfless love and a need to help people that's purely based on wanting someone else to be happy in life. And that's such a beautiful thing, and it's such a rare thing, because a lot of people today are in it for themselves. And, you know, what can I get from this person now that they're successful? And it's just not a quality that I've ever seen in my coach. So it's something that I really appreciate, and it's like finding one of the rarest diamonds in the world. And it's amazing. I'm going to keep that in a box in a very special place for the rest of my life. There's a few people I know in life, but one in particular that is full of potential, brimming over with potential. He's an amazing, amazing person, and it's, for me, there's nothing more heartbreaking than seeing someone not believe in themselves and not reach their potential, because you can imagine them in such a crazy place that's just owning the world and owning their own life, and it's heartbreaking to not see that. So anyone that's feeling like they're not reaching their full potential, my advice to you is, the reason I have a coach is because sometimes I can't see what I've got on the inside and what my best qualities are, and sometimes I even want to deny it because I don't feel like I deserve a good life for whatever reason, you know, whatever issues growing up. But your coach's job is to basically be a mirror to you and show you what your best qualities are and how to bring them out and how to use them to the best of your ability, and to not be ashamed of them. You know, they're your colours in the world, and you need to let them out and to shine with them and to just own your life with them and reach your full potential. Because it sounds lame, but I think maybe 90% of us don't use our full potential, and that's something really sad in the world. If all of us used our potential and used it to help each other and help ourselves, we'd be in a much better state. Something I always try to remember is, it doesn't matter where you are in life, whether you're at the bottom on your knees praying for mercy, or you're celebrating the most amazing thing that's ever happened to you. There's nothing better than having a coach by your side. It's just the way it is. And if you've already got a life, get a coach.